Okay, booba-tubers, the time has come for this almost 6-year-old motorcycle to get polished. We got some imperfections where the seat rubs, just light surface scratches and stuff like that. So we're going to do a full detail on this, and we're going to see how it turns out. Stand by. All right, the first thing we're going to do is use some wheel cleaner. I got a mishmash of all different products here. I recommend Adams. I found them after I bought some of this other stuff. I like them because it's a little easier to decipher what the hell you need and when to use it. But anyway, first step, get these wheels, these rims cleaned. You're supposed to do one rim at a time. Do not let this stuff dry, period. Okay, try not to get this stuff on your paint. It's not as easy as you would think on a motorcycle, but it should be safe for a little bit there. Want to get it all over there. Okay, so you're supposed to let this sit, and it will start to discolor when it starts to work. Well, let's check it out. Okay, while this is working, safety first, right? We're working with pretty harsh chemicals. Time to put on some rubbers. Okay, rubbers are on. Now, I'm usually the anti-rubber kind of dude. Yeah, you can see that working now. So as this stuff is digging in, you get a wheel brush and clean everything off, rub it in. All right, this is going to take a while, and the reason I'm doing this is because I want to ceramic coat my rims, so it's a little easier to clean this stuff. Like, this rim wasn't really in bad shape at all, so this stuff should come right off. Okay, you could really see the grime coming off of there. It's time to hose it off again. Don't let this stuff dry on there. Oh yeah, stripping the driveway. Awesome stuff. Note to self, do this somewhere else. Looks pretty new right there. Okay, it's time for the back rib. Trivia question. How many times do you think I washed this one? I can tell you with absolute certainty, 0. Let's see how well this stuff works on this. This is the ultimate in grime. 6 years of 50,000 miles. All right, I coated this stuff pretty liberally. You can see it starting to just ooze off. It hasn't even changed colors yet. Adams is pretty good because it changes color to let you know that the dust and grime, brake dust and all the grime and stuff is actually being loosened. Okay, there's going to be a significant difference here. Look at that. Now, of course, I used a little brush and brushed all the brake dust off, and the road grime, but wow. That's amazing. Let's hose it off. I didn't even scrub it that hard, mainly because you're not going to see this, but if I'm cleaning, might as well clean all the way. All right, let's finish this this back wheel. Next step, we're going to use Adams strip wash. Now, this is supposed to remove all, well, help remove all the previous coatings. It's important, right? If you want to put any kind of ceramic or graphene coating, you need to remove all the wax and anything else that's on there. All right, it's a process, but supposedly, I've never done this before, supposedly once you get this coating on, bugs just wash off, nothing sticks to it, and it's a much easier cleanup job. So over the test of time, we're going to find that out. 3-4 ounces in the foam cannon, fill the rest with water, stir it a little bit, put the cap back on, hook it up to your power washer, spray away. Oh yeah, the trusty wash bit. And now we're gonna wash the bike. Okay, I think there's still some coatings on there because it is slightly beading, but we'll probably get that with the next step. The next step is iron remover, fallout remover, all the crap in the rain, road grime, tar, you name it. Spray this stuff on, you hose it off. So all the stuff that I'm using will be listed down below. This is Griots iron and fallout remover. So basically you spray it on, you let it sit for a couple of minutes. You're supposed to agitate after that and then hose it right off. And of course, make sure you got your gloves on, and you do not want this on your hands. From my understanding, this fallout, if you try and clay bar your bike, which I'm going to do next, well, I got to do a prep after this, a surface prep, but to clay bar your bike, if you leave the contaminants on there, you're just going to create more surface scratches. So follow the directions, not my directions. There's plenty of videos out there. I like the guy called Pan the Organizer. That's where I got all this information from. Smart, fart smeller, really fart smeller. So as you can see, not a whole lot of beating going on anymore. It's water is sheeting now, so most of the coatings I have on there are off now, but there's still more. Okay, dry thoroughly. Okay, we're still drying thoroughly, this time with a drying cloth. If you guys should never use one of these, oh my god, so much better. Thanks, Joe, for turning me on to this. We're at my buddy's house down in North Carolina, and down there, he lives right by the water, so there's a lot of ocean spray and salt buildup and stuff. We were riding all week, so we were washing the bikes, and he pulls out this drying cloth, this one, and we dried 4 bikes off of that. One cloth. All right, so it's pretty dry. It's dry where it counts on the paint surfaces. No water spots. Now I'm going to clay the motorcycle. All right, so you spray on a lube. Yeah, I wonder if I can polish that out. Probably not that great, but it all gets hidden. 6 years old is still not bad. It's pretty damn clean if I say so myself. I just wanted to show you guys the drying towel that I'm using. I got it at Harbor Freight. It was on sale. I believe it was like $9. Most of these are about $23, $25, so pretty good deal if you can get it. It's been about an hour. Basically blew it dry, then I wiped it down, and the next step is claying the bike, and they say, you know, dry it, but okay, we're gonna dry we're gonna let it dry a little bit more. This is the perfect day for it. Overcast, it's about 72, 73. You don't want to do this in the sun. You're going to get water spots. Got a little drip of water there. That's why it's going to dry off. The polish and the ceramic coating, all that stuff is going to dry way before it should, and it's going to be a disaster for you. So do it in the garage or do it on an overcast day. You don't want to do it when it's too hot out, again, because it's going to dry faster than it should, right? You won't have enough time to work with it. So that's what I've learned so far. But it's looking mighty clean. Looks like a little bit of rain outside, so I moved into the garage. It's probably been about an hour and a half since I dried it. So I did an extra step before polish. I used surface prep. It's basically alcohol, an alcohol wash. And I wiped down the whole bike just, again, to make sure everything's off the paint. So when you polish, if there's stuff that's on the paint, even microscopic, you're going to get the little swirl marks when you buff it. So, again, I'm a rookie. So we're going to test that theory very quickly. Okay, it is time to clay the bike. Basically, you have the clay Luber and the clay bar. This is just a bunch of sticky, gooey clay. Let's show you over here. So basically the lube gets sprayed on the paint, and then you take this clay bar and you just go up and down like that, and you'll feel it stick. Supposedly all the things that it's pulling off the paint. And you know it's clean when it glides easily with the lubricant. So let's give it a shot. Again, this is the first time I'm doing it, so let's see. That's really about it. Not much sticky on there. I did a pretty good job of cleaning it. Well, let's see. Anything on there? No, it's pretty clean, which I'm very surprised. So basically, we're going to do this on the whole bike. So I'm not going to bother you with that while you're watching it. It's going to take a while. And then use a clean microfiber cloth to basically, you know, remove this and buff it up. Okay. I'm gonna wipe all that off. Okay, that's ready for polish. Now for the rest of the bike. Still gliding right along. Supposedly, you'll feel it stick when you get any nasties on the clay. You can see the clay is still pretty clean. So I guess I kept it pretty clean over the course of time because I don't feel anything on here. I also did do the extra step. I did an alcohol prep before this. When you do get enough dirt on here, just fold it in half, like I did. You see a couple of dirt spots there from the lower fairing. Just fold it in half, smash it back out, and keep going. Just keep your eye on it to make sure the clay is relatively clean. As soon as it gets some particles and stuff on it, again, just fold it over and keep going. The side covers I took off. It's easier to do them here. And of course, they're pretty hard to polish while they're on the bike with the crash guards and everything else in the way. So lube it up, it gets slapping. I'm really curious on how these are going to come out, because there's a lot of imperfections on here, especially at the top part up here on both of these, just with your legs brushing up against it and passengers kicking them and things like that. So let's see how all this works. Yeah, there's no sticky parts on here either. Pretty remarkable. Clay is clean. All right, let's dry this off and move on. last fender. We're gonna do the bags off the bike, much easier. And I'll probably start polishing on the back of the bag, just because I've never done this before and I want to make sure I don't screw it up. Okay, guess which part of my motorcycle never really got cleaned thoroughly? You guessed it, the back of the saddlebags. Look at that. There's a big difference, right? Flip it over, fold it in half a couple of different times, and keep going. Oh yeah, I could feel this side as well. So we're on the last piece of the claying, and we'll break out the polisher. I'm kind of excited about this. Save myself $1,000. Well, I guess to do this, I probably spent about $400. I'm not going to say that too loud, just in case my wife watches the video. So, but it's worth it, because now I have all the chemicals and the tool to actually do my cars as well for no extra money. So, wow, look at that. That's dirty. Very dirty. Not that bad. Oh, by the way, this dirty clay, chuck it. One use only. Do not use it again. You'll scratch your car. Okay, good for the garbage. Trusty iPhone light. Not too bad on this side. Again, my bags aren't really that bad. I always made sure I had a decent amount of coating. There's a scratch there if you can see it. There's a lot of scuffs, but I did fill them in. Now I want to buff them out and apply the ceramic coating. So that's next. This is my 3-inch orbital. I have a 3-inch Griots orange correcting pad on there. And I'm using RUPES fine polish. Right? It's fine. I don't have any major problems with my paint. It's just a lot of little tiny surface, I'll say scratches, but they're barely scratches, not even scuffs. They're just little lines there. You guys know what I'm talking about. So all you need is a fine polish. You butter it up, spread it out, and I have this at speed number 4. Bear with me. Again, the one-armed bandit. Down motion, side by side. Okay, and with a fresh, dry cloth, microfiber, you just buff it off. You don't want to use too much, because then you get the overspray, I'll call it. But it's not too bad. You can see what a difference. I mean, this was really dirty. It was really not maintained and not taken care of. I am the culprit. I never take my bags off when I wash the bike because I'm lazy. But the paint, she's looking brand new right now. So that orange correcting pad really does a nice job. I did use a black fine pad that they sell, and it doesn't cut it. It just, get it? Yeah, it's just, it's not really suitable for any correcting. So really, technically, I guess you would use that fine pad now. But I'm looking at this paint, and I don't see any reason to do that. All right, now we're going to finish the rest of this bag. Just another note, because this is kind of sloppy in the video, but basically the motion is up and down, then side by side, up and down, side by side. All right, a little hard to do that on this side, but the other side will be a little easier. All right, this panel has some moderate scuffs and some lines and stuff in here. I don't, it's hard to see on the camera, unfortunately. But trust me, they're there. We're going to see what this does. Okay, let's see. Wipe it off. Oh, she's a nice. All those scratches, surface scratches, they're all gone. Wow. Really. Amazing. If you're not afraid to to experiment a little, guys, it's worth doing it yourself. I mean, it just takes time. It's not hard. It just does take time. I've been at this probably about 2.5 hours at this point. I would venture to say I only did the 2 bags at this point. They're both completely done. I got to do the rest of the bike. Dun, 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 dun. The left side panel, this one was bad. So I'm going to wipe this off. Let's see what we got. Right down here on the bottom was really bad. Look, this is like, I'm telling you guys, brand new paint. It's really hard to see because I don't have great light in my garage here. But wow, this panel looks, I mean, you got a couple of deeper ones out there, but that's fine. These are coming out really nice. Much better than I thought at the top where they had the scuffs. Yeah, so there's that big scuff. I'm going to work on that, and let's see what we can do. That's significantly better. Look, that's damaged right there. So I don't want to really go too deep in there just because it's going to happen again. So I'm happy with the way it looks. The seat covers that area. Again, these panels are coming out beautiful. I can't wait to do the rest of the bike. Okay, just did the tank. Got another clean cloth. Keep swapping out your cloths, guys. You need clean microfiber towels and dry. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, way better. You don't realize how bad the tank is until you polish it up. Now it looks brand spanking new again. Very nice, very nice. A couple of lines right there. I'll do that over. Anything else? Other than that, no. All the lines that were here are gone. So I just got a couple more up here. Oh, yeah, this tank is looking mighty fine. Look at that. Now, we don't even have a ceramic coat on this yet. So I can't wait to see what it looks like with the high gloss. Okay, the tour pack looks pretty good. Okay, down to the last 2 steps. I'm 6 hours in. My back is killing me. I can barely move, but the show must go on. So it's a product called Prep. It is a strong degreaser because the polish is it seems to be oil based. So you got to get rid of all the residue, and this Prep is supposed to be able to do that. And once we wipe this down, it's like an alcohol solution, I believe. But once ultimate pre-coating preparation, always use before applying any ceramic coating. Easy to use and body shop safe. Prep. Brought to you by Sniffty Dugan. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I bought all this crap myself. So anyway, clean rag and spray and I'll go. Adams Graphene Ceramic Coating Kit. And everything you need is in the kit. You got the coating. This is the advanced coating with proper maintenance. It's supposed to last up to 9 years. I don't know how true that is, but I guess we'll find that out over time. You got the applicators, 2 applicators, micro suede. This is to level the ceramic coat. And then you got the plush soft towels. That is to buff it off, right? It also comes with black light. So Adams put in ultraviolets in their ceramic coating, so if you shine a black light on it, you could see where the coating has been applied and where you've missed. So Not bad. This was like, I think I got this for like $100. Oh, there's a scratch. Dig, burn it. Yeah, I got it on sale. So Adams is great. They're always running sales on their website. Again, I have no affiliation with them whatsoever. So I got a layer on here, and you can see with the fluorescent that there is a coating on there. So you can see where you missed, and more importantly, you could see the high spots before they dry. And use the applicator to smooth them out. All right, you got them on the fender. You could do the chrome, plastic, you could do the glass. I didn't do the glass, a little bit on the glass. I need more though. And the lowers are done. All right, it's time to wipe some more off. So to be more precise, this suede cloth is to level the ceramic coating. In this case, it's the graphene coating. So you're leveling it out, and this will start to cure, and you'll see a rainbow. Once you see the rainbow, it's time to level it off, right? You're wiping it. You're not wiping it off. You're not rubbing it in. You're not rubbing one out. You are just leveling it, and it'll cure over time. So that's the main idea behind this. And then once you're done with this, another few minutes, you use the microfiber cloth and buff it up. Okay, so we got the front of the bike done. We're going to move to the gas tank. Easy to do with the camera in my hand, but you put a couple of drops. This stuff goes a long way. So a few drops on the applicator, and very much like the polisher, you're going to go basically up and down, get it in, and then side by side. And that's to make sure you have a smooth, even application. And then what I've been doing is using the black light to see where the high spots are and smoothing them out before it dries, or before it's time to wipe it. You know what I mean? You don't want high spots, especially on high visibility spots like the tank. If you look, you can see it's on there. Let me just finish this and I'll get the light. There you go. You can see we got a coating on there. A little heavier down here. You can see some high spots. I'm going to smooth that out. Oh, still high spots there, but the rest of it, yeah, missed a spot over there. This light comes in handy. I was thinking it was a waste of money, but it is actually worth it. And make sure you try and get as much back there as you can. Again, it's not high visibility, so if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to see it back there. But you want the protection. Okay, gas tank is done. Both sides leveled out, nice and smooth. I gotta tell you, it's looking good. I can't wait to see when it cures. So it does say to wait 24 hours for it to cure. So let's see what we got. We touch up this chrome, and if you do have a high spot, you just wet it up again and smooth it out. Let it dry, or cure, I should say, and then wipe it off. Overall, not very difficult. You just have to be patient. It does take a lot of time to get your bike prepped. Okay, we're on to the side panels. You know, this kit is actually, it's worth it for $100. You can't go wrong. It includes all the towels, the 2 applicators, and I mean, I barely used any of this for my bike. So, I mean, there's room to do at least 1 or 2 cars in there too. So, if you invest in all this, again, it's like $400. You're going to do probably 1 or maybe 2 of your cars, depending on the size of them. I plan on doing my truck next. Well, actually I got to get my wife's car. She sits under a little pear tree, and it's really killing the paint, so gotta take care of it before it gets to a point of no return. Almost done, almost at the finish line. Okay, we're down to the saddlebags. I'm not gonna lie, I'm running out of steam. I've been at this for about 7 hours, which is about right for a professional detailer. I couldn't do this for a living, man. Well, I guess if you're gonna pay me $1,200 for it, maybe. It's not a bad take home every week if you could do one a day. Not difficult work, just physically intensive for me. I'm an old guy with a really bad back, so this is really pushing it. But I'm glad it came out really nice. I can't wait to see it in the sunlight. There could be major disappointment, but hopefully not. Last bag. I can't wait for this project to be over. I'm getting too old for this crap. All right, let's check the top. So you can see the high spot right there. Maybe not on camera, but you can definitely see the coating is on there. See, it's a little messy right there, so I'll clean it up. It's cool that they put the ultraviolet in there. It really helps. It works very well. Look at that bottle. Glows in the dark. And, about a week since I've polished my bike. I mentioned that there was some haze here and here a little bit. I did not wipe it off well enough. That's the big problem. There is a smoothing cloth that comes with the kit. Okay, this is the smoothing cloth. It's very, very thin. Now, what might be a little deceiving is this is supposed to smooth out the application of the ceramic coating. What they don't mention in the directions is that you need to use this cloth and make sure you hit every spot. Here's a little hazy spot right there. You can see it with the angle. That doesn't rub off. The reason why you get the haze is because you did not smooth it. I'll say polish it and buff it with this cloth. You need to hit every spot, otherwise you're going to get a little haze like this. Now this haze isn't a big deal. You get some fine polish. I use RUPES DA Fine and a finishing pad, a polishing pad, and literally I put it on number 1. The speed setting was number 1 on the polisher. Put a little polish on there, 5 seconds, came off. Now that was at the recommendation of the guys at Adams. I called him up and said, hey, I got a couple spots where it left a haze. And he said, well, that's where you missed wiping it off. So you do need to make sure that you buff this whole thing and hit every spot. Otherwise you're going to get haze. Now if you get some haze spots, it's not a big deal. It literally took me 5 minutes. I had a haze spot like right here, got rid of it. One over here, back here. This is the tail end of the project, so that I missed the most because my back was killing me by then. But if you do end up with some hazing, again, just polish it right off. A couple of spots there just from polishing it off. But anyway, she looks great. I have to say, it looks almost brand new again. Now let me go over what I used. Once again, here's the list of products I used. The first thing you want to do, wheel cleaner. I used Adams wheel cleaner. Spray it on, let it sit. It'll start changing color. Power wash it off or hose it off. And make sure you do a good job of that. You don't want this stuff on your paint. If you do, just hose it off real quick. The next was strip wash from Adams. The reason why I decided to use strip wash instead of just foaming suds, Mr. Pink is what I normally use, is because this starts the process of stripping all the wax and any coatings that you have on the bike. Now, the biggest thing from what I see, all the comments and stuff on the Adams website and any other ceramic coating is, you know, Adams says this lasts about 9 years. look, you have to maintain the coating, guys. If you don't maintain the coating, it's not going to last 9 years. And I'll go over that in a minute. But the guys are saying it only lasted 6 months or 9 months. You didn't do the prep. If you prep it, you strip wash or something along those lines to get rid of the other coatings, then you want to use Wipeout. Surface cleaner spray. Again, this is what will remove, you see it on the bottom here, it removes old wax and sealant. It cleans the surface, right? Once you do that, you want to go to the clay. This is super simple. You know, go back on the video and watch that. That section is super easy. Spray it on, use the clay, and just kind of rub the spots. You need lube. That's what she said. After you clay the bike, you want to wipe it down. Use the fine polish with a correcting pad. I used Griots correcting pad, orange pad. And after that, here's where a lot of guys make mistakes. Now, in this polish, there is oil. You need to not just wipe it off. You need to prep the surface with prep. This is an alcohol-based solution that will strip the oils and prepare the surface for the coating. So any kind of ceramic, graphene, and all this other good stuff, you need to prep the surface. Okay, then use Adam's graphene kit. I bought the kit with the black light. Highly recommend it because you could see the high spots before this stuff dries. And if it dries with a high spot, you're going to have to buff it out. So my recommendation is spend the extra couple of dollars, get the fluorescent light, and smooth it as you're applying it. And don't forget, you need to buff it out and polish it out. Hit all spots. And then I asked the guys from Adams, I said, how is it 9 years? Please explain. They said, well, look, nothing is going to last for 9 years unless it's maintained. The ceramic coatings need to be maintained. I think a lot of people don't understand that. I certainly didn't when I started this project. So I asked the gentleman, what do I use to maintain it? Okay. Graphene shampoo. It's got some graphene resin. It refreshes the coating. Now, it is not a new coating. It just refreshes the coating. You want to wipe it down after your ride. Graphene detail spray. And after you wash it, you know, 1 time or 2 times, you could use graphene boosts. Maybe your shine is being a little lackluster, it's dirty, right? You washed it, it's getting a little, maybe you're riding in the winter, you got salt and stuff on it. You can refresh that with graphene boost. Again, this is a spray on, wipe it off. You have to buff it off, otherwise you're gonna get streaks. So put it on, buff it off, dry it, make sure it's nice and streak free. And this will add, the detail spray and the boost will add hydro properties where it'll refresh the beading properties and stuff will just slide right off again. All right. I think that covers it, guys. Drop the comments down below. And this is the first time I did any of this stuff, and it came out pretty damn good. I mean, look at that. It's not even shiny. It's not even sunny out, rather. This bike is glowing in the dark. Very, very cool stuff. Follow the instructions. Do your research. If you follow this video all the way through, you're not going to go wrong. Again, I'm a rookie. First time I'm doing it. And as I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. Really super shiny. Look at that gloss. Really, really cool stuff. Anyway, Sniffty Dugan signing off. Thanks for watching.